Hey everyone, Dominic Lehnert here, and in this video we are going to have a look at how to add a subscription item to an existing subscription of one of your customers in Stripe by using Integromat. So let's get right into it. So let's jump over to Integromat. Here we go. So the Stripe module in Integromat has plenty of functionality already. So there's plenty of things you can do with it. One of the things that sadly you can't do right now with one of the basically pre-built modules is you cannot update a subscription item in a subscription that one of your customers has in Stripe. So that's what we are going to build right now. What we need for that is the make an API call module. It's right up here, the second one from the top. And that allows us to basically do anything with Stripe that the Stripe API allows. So as with the other Stripe API things we want to do or can do, the Stripe API documentation is our best friend, and you want to have your Stripe account ready. So what we would need in this scenario is two things. So first of all, we need the customer. So the first thing you would do in a scenario, if you built this, is you would fetch the customer information that you need. So you can use the search customers module and you can get the customers. And then you also want to fetch the subscriptions that this specific customer has. So you have this information, you know the customer and you know the subscription. And then once we're there, now we're going to look at how do we actually update the subscription items in one of the subscriptions. So let's jump over to the Stripe API documentation. And the first thing we can see is when we update a subscription. So first thing you would probably go to is update a subscription. Works, but not what we are trying to do. So basically the updated subscription works well if you want to just change specific information about the subscription items in a subscription. And you, for example, want to change quantity. So you just, let's say, for example, you want to change the price, or someone has subscribed in their subscription, has subscribed to one product, and you want to double the quantity. So you want to set the quantity to 2. That would work with the update subscription. But if we want to add a new subscription item to a subscription, we have to go here on the left. We can see subscription items, and then jump in here. And this is where we want to go to create a new subscription item. So on the right side, we see the example code, and this is going to be our help for this. So first of all, let's see what kind of request do we have to make. So we can see it's a post request. So we jump over to Integromat and we select method post. Let's go back to the documentation. Then we see the URL. So this is this one here. We can copy paste that as well. Jump over here. And then we see that the path is relative to the base path, basically. So we can remove all of this in the beginning. So we just start with V1 subscription items. And then we have this one in here. So this is basically user verification. So if you would run this request otherwise against the Stripe API, they need to know kind of who's talking to them basically and what account to access. This is what you need for this. In our case, we don't need it because we already have the connection set up with Stripe. If you want to know how to set up the connection, I've also made a video on that. But we just select the connection we want to use, and this kind of -u and this code here, or this whole thing, this is basically part of the connection, so we don't need that. And now we see we need, so we have the method, we have our URL, and now we see what kind of parameters we need. So first parameter we need is the subscription. So we can copy paste that, and the way that works in Integromat in the make an API call module is we put it into the body. So we say subscriptions equals, and we can see that it's the subscription ID it needs. So it needs to know what subscription to attach this new item to. So we want to add a new product item, or in a Stripe speech, it's a subscription item. We want to add a new subscription item to an existing subscription. So we have to tell Stripe what subscription should it add the item to. So this is an example. John Doe has a subscription. And as you can see here, this is the subscription ID. We can copy that. Or if you would build this in a scenario in Stripe, you would just fetch the subscription ID before and then feed it into this module. But for the purposes of this video, we just copy that in the subscription ID, and then we need, if we have multiple parameters, like it's the case here, you need to connect those in the body basically. So what you want to do is, I hope you can see this. So you have the subscription ID, and then you have the character end. So you put the end here, and then the next parameter. Next parameter is price. This might be a bit misleading if you see this for the first time, because price doesn't mean the actual price of the item. So this is not going to be $15. The price is the ID of the product you're going to add. So the subscription item, so to say, that you're adding. Meaning if we go back into our Stripe account, we jump over to products, and let's say we want to add, let's see, what did the subscription look like? The subscription had one table. So let's add some paint to this subscription. And you can see that the API ID is right here. And this is price underscore something something. And this is what we want to put in here. So this tells Stripe not just the price of the item, but actually which item it is we're trying to add. Let's go back to the documentation, and we see last thing they want is the quantity. I think we don't have to set this, but it doesn't hurt as well. So we can say quantity equals 1. So the information that we give the Stripe API here in the body is subscription. So this is the subscription ID, the price, this is the price ID, and the quantity, how many of these products should it add to the existing subscription. It's supposed to request, we have the URL up here, and that's it. Let's double check. Yeah, that's all the information they want in the documentation. Let's run it. And yep, that worked. Let's jump over to our Stripe account and see if it worked. John Doe, and he has, yeah, it worked. We now have the paint and the table in here. So his subscription, so this is his, John Doe's subscription is on table and paint now. So both of these items have been, oh, sorry, the paint has been added. So both of these items are now part of his subscription. Yeah, so that's basically that. That's how you add a subscription item to an existing subscription of one of your customers in Stripe using Integromat. My name is Dominik Lehnert. If you enjoy these videos, or if you have any specific questions, please put them in the comments so I can answer those in videos as well. Also, if you want to help me do these videos and help me stay caffeinated doing these videos, you can buy me a coffee in the link below as well. And also, if you have a business or you're trying to solve a specific problem right now in Integromat, or you're thinking about starting to use Integromat for your business or for a bigger scenario, and you just want to bounce off some ideas and you want to ask some questions, and you want to talk through a specific scenario you're looking at, you can also just reach out to me anytime, buy me a coffee. That allows me to put aside some time on my calendar, and then we can get together. We can discuss any questions you might have. We can get together on a Zoom call, and I might be able to help you out. My name is Dominik Lehnert. Take care and goodbye.